Hello everyone, it's Bubs. I hope you're all having a fine afternoon. I know it's not just me, but I really feel like 2020 truly took the brunt out of me and my skin. I mean, there was a lot of life changes, but also the uncertainty from the pandemic, homeschooling, a lot of stress. I felt like in the single year of 2020, I aged 5 times faster. I started making videos when I was 21 years old. I am now 34. There are a lot of things that I used to do back then with my makeup and my lifestyle that I don't do so much anymore. Very much like how I have evolved as a person, my skin has too. My makeup techniques have evolved throughout the years. So today's topic revolves all around how I stay youthful. I love the woman that I am today and the woman that I am becoming every single day. You cannot stop yourself from aging. What we can do is, with the right tools in our toolbox and the right choices we make in life, we can slow down the degeneration. Today, not only will I be sharing my tips on how I keep my skin young, youthful. I'll also be sharing my makeup tricks to how I keep myself looking lifted and young. Not just outer appearance wise, but also within how I keep my soul young so I feel lifted. The first half of the video I'll be sharing my makeup tips and tricks to how I maintain a youthful appearance, and then the second half I'll be sharing things that I do and my lifestyle to keep my soul young. Before I go on with the video, thank you so much to Clarins for sponsoring today's video. Before we move on to makeup, it's very important that we have a good base to work on. The better your skin in general, the less work when it comes to your makeup, the better it looks. I felt and saw my skin change after each baby was born, and then throw in other factors like climate change, stress, getting less sleep, pollution, general aging. I really felt my skin start to dip in radiance. Recently, I've switched back to the very legendary Clarins Double Serum, and I've been so pleased with the results. There are 21 plant extracts in this serum. The main ingredient is turmeric, which is so good for your skin and great for anti-inflammatory and anti-aging benefits. Its 5 vital functions are: it moisturizes, nourishes, protects, oxygenizes, and regenerates the skin. So basically, you're a multi-function serum that does it all. There's this little dial and you can turn it so you can select how much it dispenses. So I like to go for the bigger dispense option. I like to give just 2 pumps, warm it up in your palms just for a few moments. Starting from the center of the face, I'm just going to press and gently work my way outwards. Rubbing between your palms and then pressing into your skin just helps the product absorb better. And don't forget your neck. You can be a little bit more swollen in the morning as well. So I'm just going to add a gentle pressure to encourage straining. It's a great way to start your day in the morning, just by being mindful as you're doing this. Breathe. Just let the product penetrate deep into your pores. It was actually my mum that introduced me to the serum. When I had my operation last year, my mum came to save me. I love to go through her makeup and skincare ever since I was little. She had her little beauty bag at the sink, and of course I checked out her stuff and I tried the serum, and I loved how it made my skin feel. My skin just felt so nourished and supple, and the next day it really glowed. And I actually kept using it while she was here, and she was really nice to actually leave me the bottle to finish. Really felt the differences to my face. Like, it legit looked a lot firmer, it looked smoother. When I finished up, I just went on to try other brands. You know, I get sent a lot of PR and I like testing a bunch of things, and they were fine, you know, a lot of them were great, but I never forgot how this serum made my skin look and feel. Remember, when it comes to your skin cycle, it does take 28 days for your skin to fully renew, so it's super important to be consistent to see full results. Now I'm going to follow up with the Clarins MultiActive Day Cream. Your serum is important because it's what penetrates deep into your pores, and your moisturizer helps to seal in the moisture. So they're both equally important. Just gonna warm it up. This moisturizer is really nice and light, but it really helps to fight the first signs of aging and diminish the appearance of fine lines. If you're interested in seeing more of Clarins range of products, feel free to click the link in my description box. My skin is nicely prepped and we are ready for makeup. I'm gonna prep the skin. Just got a small amount and I'm just going to rub it between my fingers. What it does is it just helps to bounce and diffuse the light, just so it creates an illusion of radiance. When it comes to your under eyes, it's a huge telling factor when it comes to aging. For starters, the skin underneath is the thinnest and also the driest, and of course it's the first to show signs of aging. I am all about light refracting when it comes to the under eye area. Not only does it help to refract the light, bounce away the darkness, but it also makes the under eye area, keeps it very supple and smooth as well. Just gonna dot that underneath. Just using my fingers, I'm just gonna pat it. See immediately how the peach brightens up the under eye area. And when I was younger, I really liked high coverage. Now that I'm a little bit older now, I really appreciate something that's got more hydration, something that's thinner, something that I can build upon. And I'm just going to dot this in my face, and because it's such a hydrating formula, I don't have to worry about it drying out. So I like to focus more on the center because the discoloration is usually, you know, around the nose and the mouth. So starting from the center, I bounce a beauty blender and I move out. And I like to use a beauty blender because I just find that it gives the most natural finish. So I didn't apply an awful lot of product, but you can really see it start to even up my skin. It doesn't cover everything for sure. I still want my skin to look like skin. I don't want people's first thought to think it's a foundation. Whatever is left over, I'm just going to bring it down my neck. I'm just going to apply a little bit more just to conceal some areas, like this pimple scar right here, some sunspots on my nose, and some scars here. Just going to use my finger. The thicker your product, the more it can sink into the lines and really emphasize texture. If you're talking about way before, especially a few years ago, we would really pack in our concealer, like really apply all around here, But these days, I like to apply it quite sparingly, just where it's a little bit more dark. I'm just using a cream formula, so it gives me the moisture that I need. Using a small fluffy brush, the key is to blend it out, but not to move it around too much, as you can see. You know, I find when you apply so much concealer under the eyes, yes, it really brightens that area. It looks great on camera, but when it comes to normal, natural daylight, when it comes to everyday lighting in a supermarket, it just doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and set it with some loose powder. And I like to use a small brush and just set the under eye area very lightly. You want to just take away the excess shine. You don't want to completely mattify the skin. See, because I applied my foundation quite light, I didn't need to apply an awful lot of powder. If your brows are done in a way where the ends droop too much, it's just going to pull your eyes down. I really like this brow pencil because it gives a really nice diffuse look. It never looks too heavy. In general, the fuller your brows, the more youthful you will appear. So I switched to a different pencil just to give me that precision, but the trick is to lift the edges of your brows just ever so slightly, not too much. What it does is it just gives your eyes a wonderful lift, and also your face. When it comes to transition color, it's good to pick something that's a few shades darker than your skin color. Something warm works really well for me. My lids are naturally quite hooded, so they can appear very heavy. So what I like to do is I like to apply the transition color a little bit higher, so it really brings the attention upwards, opening up the eyes. Just be sure to blend it really, really well. So then I move on to a darker matte color, and as you can see, my brush is actually tilted a little bit upwards, and it just means it goes a little bit higher than my eye socket. So before, I used to like to create more of a rounded look. Now because my eyelids are a lot more hooded these days, I find it really helps to taper my eyeshadow outwards, almost sort of flick it out slightly, just open up the eyes more. Since my eyelids are definitely on the heavy side, if I'm too heavy-handed with my lower lash line, it would just emphasize even more. So I like to take a smudger brush, take a little bit off my pencil liner, smudge it in my hand first before blurring it in my lower lash line. Taking that same darker eyeshadow that we used before, take the tiniest amount just to set it. Eyeliner can really eat away at my already stingy lid space, so instead I just line my upper lash line, go as tight as possible. So on the actual upper lash line, I start at the edge, and of course I bring it up slightly to lift the eyes. The last thing you want to do is to highlight this area so much, because if you make it too prominent, it can make your eyes droop. So the key is to use something that's light, sheer, possibly matte, and just apply it closely and tightly to the bottom of your brows. I need to crimp my lashes so it lifts my eyes, but I hate having to do it all the time. So recently I've tried to use a lash priming kit and it's been working really well. Something you can do to make your eyes appear more lifted is apply a little more extra mascara in your outer lashes. I no longer heavily highlight my lower corners. The area just doesn't deal well with a lot of shine. So these days I love something sheer and cream base as well. So when I was younger, when it came to applying blush, I used to apply a lot and I love to smile and just apply it in my apple. Problem is when you actually do the normal face after, your blush gets pulled lower. The trick is to apply less and apply higher. You can actually contour using your blush. Just taking the tiniest amount. I'm gonna apply it right here. Lift it up. See how it just lifts the face? I feel like with the brows being so pointed up and my blush being high, there's no need to contour the face. I'm gonna take a warmer highlight color. It looks like I'm applying a lot, but the color is quite sheer. This area right here happens to lose a lot of volume. I think that's why you see a lot of girls getting cheek fillers. I'm actually gonna just really go around. And this will emphasize the fullness. I have been obsessed with this lip combo. It just makes my lips appear so full. So you're probably wondering why haven't you sharpened your lip pencil? But weirdly enough, I actually find it a lot easier. As you get older, your lips tend to lose volume. So by adding volume to your lips, you gain a more youthful look. So these days, I like to overline my lips a little bit. And especially if you got uneven lips myself, it makes a huge difference. For the lower part of my lip, I'm not going to overline it. I kind of just want the volume to be quite equal with both lips, just a little in the sides. Now I'm going to fill it in, but not all the way to the center. I love using lip oil. It just nourishes the lips and adds even more volume. If you don't switch up your hair parting and your hairline is a little bit thin, this product comes in handy, but you don't have to have this. You can really just use your brow pencil. Voila, we are done. The focus is really trying to even, brighten, lift without adding more texture. I want to talk about sleep. Sleep is important because nobody can function without it. And when you sleep, that is when your body regenerates itself. So of course, if you don't get enough sleep, you're gonna feel like crap, and you can see it in your skin, you can see it in your complexion. If you can, I always say try to invest in a good mattress, invest in good pillows, invest in good sheets. If you can have a high thread of cotton. Polyester tends to be quite stuffy And you know, we fall into a deeper sleep when our body is more cool. When I was younger, it didn't make that much of a difference whether I slept on my face or to my side or my back. But you know, these days, if I do sleep on my side, I will wake up with like a crease on my face that would last quite a big portion of the day. When you sleep on your back, generally it's just less chance of tugging and pulling when it comes to your face. If you can imagine, it's like the most natural facelift you get. Sleeping on your back is not an option, especially if you have a lot of back issues, and a lot of people are just more comfortable sleeping on your side. So what you can do is you can invest in a silk pillowcase, so it's a lot more gentle on the skin. This is my Sleep and Glow pillow, and this is especially designed for people who are just happier sleeping on their side, aka me. If you can look at the way this pillow is designed, it's shaped kind of like a bone. I can lie comfortably, but it doesn't tug and pull my skin. You know, sometimes when you're sleeping on your back, it just doesn't, I don't know, you just need something to keep you in place. But because of the design of this pillow, ergonomically, it's very comfortable to sleep in your back if you want to. But if you do sleep on your side, definitely sleep with reassurance. I have to sleep with an eye mask on. I find that when I have an eye mask on, I just fall asleep faster and it's a much deeper sleep. My room is just never completely dark because of like street lighting and some plugs. Even the tiniest little bit of light can affect your sleep. So to make sure you get your proper REM sleep, I recommend definitely to sleep with an eye mask. Taking probiotics before going to bed has really helped my body get a deeper sleep. Probiotics help to produce and regulate your neurotransmitters. What also keeps me young is learning. Doesn't matter if I'm 5, doesn't matter if I'm 35, doesn't matter if I'm 80, I hope to still be learning every single day. We're going through a global pandemic. There is no better time to take up a hobby. I'm seeing people take up embroidery. My mom learned to cook so many things this year. I decided to learn how to draw comics. I don't think anyone is ever too late or too old to start something new. YouTube is a great place to find resources on learning how to draw, learning how to knit, embroidery, baking, crafts. I think when you take up new hobbies, you reveal new parts about yourself. There's so much to learn. Learning is knowledge, and knowledge is what keeps you young. It's not a chore for me to work out. It's a blessing and a gift that I give myself, investing into my health. You know, when my body is strong and healthy, of course it's going to show up on your skin. Of course it's going to show up in my energy levels. Of course it's going to show up in my mood. It improves your blood circulation, which in turn helps the appearance of your skin. It helps to pump happy endorphins in your body to keep your mood feeling high. There is such a big library of different workouts that you can find on YouTube free. I personally love the Fitness Marshall. Not only am I getting a fantastic workout, I find myself smiling. There's just something about being loose and moving your body that makes you feel so alive and free. Some fitness workout channels that I love include Pop Sugar Fitness, Blogilates, Chloe Ting. I try to either work out 3 times a week at hourly intervals or 5 times a week, 30 minutes minimum each session. I cannot emphasize enough that self-care is not just the products you use on your skin. It's not just facials. It's saying no to things that don't give you joy. It's cutting out toxic people in your life. It's cutting out your own toxic behavior and your habits. You know, the lies that you tell yourself. It's the criticism, the comparing. There's nothing that ages you more than resentment, feeling bitter. Think about the muscles you use to frown. So if you imagine like frowning all the time, what it's going to do for your face. Scientifically, it is proven that chronic stress shortens the DNA, shortening your lifespan. I think it's important to use the right products in your skincare, but it's equally important what you put into your body. I don't have really good pipes. I get backed up quite a lot. This is the one that I take, the Bioculture Complex, and I think probiotics are known for helping to keep things moving in your body, but it's been known to help regulate the hormones as well, hence improving your sleep. This is my Anisa Advanced Multivitamin. Quite concentrated, and it's got the vitamin A. Well, I mean, it's got vitamin A, C, D, 3, E, etc, etc. But for me, my main ones is A, C, and E. If you want to keep your fine lines and wrinkles at bay, vitamin A is a great choice. Vitamin E is a antioxidant. Free radicals actually cause premature aging, so antioxidants help to fight that. Vitamin C is also extremely important to me. It's also a antioxidant. I personally find it very effective when it comes to dealing with sunspots. It helps to stimulate the production of collagen in your body, and collagen is what makes your skin supple. I also take cordyceps to help my energy levels. First, I have to talk about omega fish oils, because honestly, I don't think I take in enough fatty acids. My skin just glows when I'm taking fish oil, and my hair is just shinier. They keep my body healthy, they keep it strong, and also keeps my skin very happy. Alrighty guys, so we are at the end of the video. We have gone through quite a bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day guys, and I will talk to you very soon.